Okay, it's been a while since I did like a I guess you could say a multi topic in one video. Like I don't know what I would call it, but multiple topics in one video. Mainly because I feel like these doesn't need to be split up since they're all kind of related to each other. So we all know who this chick is. This is that lying thought, Brittany Taylor. And now we know now more than ever, even after the video I've already done about her, that she is a liar. Now, this part of the video, I'm going to talk about how she met with the NFL, because remember, she met with the NFL. And shout out to Caressa McKnight because she actually sent me the article about it, but I'm not going to read from it. I'm just going to go based off of what I already know to be true. So, she met with the NFL like we already knew, but nothing came of that meeting. So, basically, as in Antonio Brown, will not have any charges pressed against him in this particular incident right here. And when I saw that, I said, well, I kind of knew that was going to happen because her story didn't pan out. After all, they had to come up with another story and say that someone else came out and said that he sexually assaulted them or raped them or did whatever and things of that nature to him, because this story just wasn't going to stick. After all, that ambulance chase and Gloria Allred didn't come out either. So you know if she don't come out and say anything, that the story is not going to sell. And you know that chick loves a bag. Any moment she get to see dollar sign, she will be there, no matter how much of a lie it is. So that's the first little update to the saga, because that's basically what it is, and it seems like it just continues to keep going on and on like the goddamn Energizer Bunny. Now, the next part I want to talk about is one that's more recent, and that, of course, is the major focal point of this entire thing, and that is Antonio Brown. And shout out to Adrian Thomas for sending me this update. So, in case y'all didn't know, with all of this stuff going on with Antonio Brown, he ended up losing a couple of endorsements. But the most recent endorsement that he ended up losing was the Nike endorsement. And that's because of all these allegations that have come out against them. And it's like, all it is at this point is nothing more than allegations. Nothing has been proven to be factual in any of these accusations that have been made against them. Whether it's Brittany Taylor, which we have now pretty much formulated to be a lie, and with this next person who we have not even identified by name and or face yet. It's just hearsay at this point. It's just like, he's getting his moment, sort of like how Bill Cosby and many others have gotten theirs and will continue to get theirs as time continues to go on. But he's losing his endorsements and everything like that. And I just said that I just question the timing of it all. I just think that it's because he decided to leave Oakland in the way that he did and decided to go and play for the Patriots. And I think they're trying to come up with all of this stuff right here. And I think the biggest thing that they want to happen with Antonio Brown is that he ends up getting dropped from the Patriots. That's what they want. So they're literally taking little slick jabs and snatching little things away in hopes that the biggest shoe to drop will be for the Patriots to drop him altogether. I think that's what they are truly going for. And I believe that is their true end game. And they're not going to stop until it happens, because it's like ever since this stuff came out with that Brittany Taylor chick, the domino effect continued to tumble with that next accusation. Then he starts losing endorsements. And also, too, they said that he also now apparently was being sued by some former employees or something like that, because they said he didn't pay them or something like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Antonio Brown, and I question the timing of it all. Granted, yes, some people don't like him. They don't like his reputation, or they just think the guy's a straight up asshole and everything like that. Look, if Ben Raplesberger can do all that he was accused of and still play for the Steelers, if Riley Cooper can do what he did, as racist as he is, and still play for the Eagles, if Nick Brown, what's his name? Nick Brown, the kicker for the Giants, who was kicking his wife's ass in front of his children, could have still played for the Giants up until they decided to let him go, and that's only after the evidence. Then Antonio Brown deserves his fair share, but you already know in this in this establishment when it comes to this. They don't believe in fair. That broke ass Richard Spencer said it himself. They don't believe in fair. They believe in winning, and they can't win based on fairness. So, like I said, Antonio Brown just pissed off the wrong person. That's really, I always boil it down to that, and that's usually always the case. He pissed off the wrong person, and they are sending all types of slings and arrows in his direction to try to take him down one way or another. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one. I had to come back on here and add this piece in here because, well, this is hours later after I've already recorded this video. So, you know how I said that something else might actually happen from this, and they needed something that would stick, that couldn't stick with the first allegation from that Brittany Taylor chick. Well, apparently this is the one that they found that could actually maybe find something to stick, or is it? But anyway, the news that has just now come through, and is a breaking news, Antonio Brown has been officially cut from the New England Patriots amid allegations from the most recent one, not the Brittany Taylor one, but the second one, the one that I've recently been speaking on. This is the nail in the coffin they've been wanting. Now, mind you, Antonio Brown has not been officially charged with anything. All it is hearsay and allegations. Dear ADOS men, or just black men in general in this establishment, especially if you're ADOS, now you see that no matter what level of success you may have, if you make even the slightest wrong move, and especially if you are extremely successful and have a lot of money and wealth, they will find a way to bring you down. And I feel that they're doing this because of the move that he made to get away from the Raiders. And a lot of people felt that was a very tacky move on his part. Some people have had personal issues with him, so they're using this as a way to get back at him. I've already started reading some of the comments, and already the usual suspects, aka Palm Color, are in there and up and down in that chat, in that comment section, cheering to the high heavens like it's the goddamn new year. They are praising that this man lost his job. I'm telling you, I knew it was coming because, like I said, he was losing endorsements. He lost that Nike endorsement, which is a huge endorsement. Nike is one of the biggest endorsement deals any athlete can get. Point blank, period. When he lost that, I said, yes, I said the other shoe was going to drop soon. And this was the other shoe I was thinking about, but I didn't want to jump out the window and say, oh, he's going to get cut. But they held on to as long as they couldn't. See, the Patriots, they felt they had to cut him because of bad press. But you know what's so crazy? You had Tom Brady do what he did. He just got suspended a couple of games. He's still there. Bill Belichick, we know he's a cheating ass individual, and he's still the coach. And Bob Kraft, what a summer Bob Kraft had. And he's still the owner. Antonio Brown does what he does to get to the Patriots, and he gets cut not even halfway through the season. The season is just a few games in. And he gets cut amid allegations. Meanwhile, you have Ben Roethlisberger, who had so many allegations against him, and he still plays for the Steelers. That kicker for the Giants, they kept him on until the press got hammered onto them to let him go. They didn't release him early on. They had to wait. They didn't wait. They just kept him going on until the people pressed him to get cut from the team. But people like Antonio Brown, Adrian Peterson, Ray Rice, do y'all see a pattern here? Do you see the pattern I'm working with here? Basically, what it's saying is if you are a black person, especially a black man, and you are an athlete, a star athlete, you have to almost work in pristine order in order to stay in a particular position. You can never, ever, ever step out of line, even for a slight second, because they will cut you. But like I said, you got people running up and down in that comment section praising the Lord that he got cut and everything like that. But they'll still cheer for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Which, by the way, isn't Ben Roethlisberger going through some kind of medical issue right now or something like that? But that don't mean nothing, because once he heals, he'll come right back. And they don't even talk about his incidents no more. They kind of bury that under the rug. But we ain't forget All he had to do was go on a press conference, give an apology, and then that'll be that. Meanwhile, Antonio Brown has literally fallen into the Bill Cosby category, but for football. Just hearsay and lies will do. Even if this man is innocent of what he's being accused of, the court of public opinion have formed their opinion, and that is that this man is guilty of what he did, mainly not because of the allegation, but because they don't like him as a person, which literally lets me know that I could never have any one of those motherfuckers as a lawyer should I, oh, God forbid, get hemmed up somewhere. Because if they put it all on to me and it's not even my fault, my ass is going to jail just because they don't like me as a person. That's all it boils down to. If you go through those comments, they are saying this because they don't, if you read between the lines, they are doing this because they say they don't like him as a person. And that is dangerous rhetoric when it comes to a lot of circumstances. It's gotten a lot of people caught up in some shit. Bill Cosby will always, as in right now, for recent times, will be that prime example of that. And if you are a black man, they've already got their daggers in you, just waiting for you to fuck up so they could just jab it right on into the heart and watch you bleed out. And now Antonio Brown, this is his turn. As Harvey says on his channel, new nigga of the month, Antonio Brown. And they'll have another one for October and November and December and so on and so forth.